All right. Good morning and welcome to your favorite weekly NIS report. I am your host, Skipper C. No camera today, just because of everything that has happened for me personally today, which this will be released tomorrow. I'll get to that later on. There won't be a skit. I hadn't had time, and I'm really sore all over, but I promise I'll have one for y'all next week. But we're going to get into it because we got a double episode. So let's hop right on into what happened at Martinsville last week. We're going to go through Wednesday nights in the open and Thursday in the fixed, along with Saturday in the fixed. You're going to like this, I promise. All right, let's get into it.
Ah!
Check turns 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
I don't know. Bye, Rick. Get a couple guys back to the truck to get a transmission out the gear change.
Got it. Slow one. Jack coming at 2.
Getting ready to have a cautions out. Cautions out. How are you doing there, bud?
Ah! Come on, goddammit!
Come around to 28.
Weren't you on my outside?
Working the bottom. In front of you on the top.
Yeah.
Ah! Ah!
What's your car doing, bud? Closed.
Well, that wasn't
Come
very
around
nice one
three.
part.
A flippin' demolition derby out here.
What the fuck was that?
Coming around this two. You're gonna be coming around the 25.
Ah! Sorry about that, damn it.
The road is open. You're gonna have to come around to 26.
Sorry, Derek.
So we're gonna have to come around the 25.
Nope. It's been raining all day today, so no turds in the parking lot.
Did Bill win?
We need to be behind at one.
WB.
Bye!
As you can see, Martinsville was a straight disaster for Ford. I think his best finish at Martinsville was 30th, if I remember correctly doing my research before this. 30th was the best finish out of all three of those, and he finished dead last on Saturday. Didn't even complete a lap. Word from a good friend of ours was his hauler on the way out of the track actually struck the tunnel and tore the hauler up. So yeah, maybe we'll see video of that next week. Yeah, it was a rough week for Ford in the old Martinsville, and let's see how he's done so far at Bristol this week.
Gotta be slow on the top side. Outside. You're clear, clear. Working the bottom. Inside clear.
God damn it, motherfucker.
Inside.
I suck.
In front of you. Outside. Still out there. Checker.
Got him for fee 5!
Here, drove your ass off today. We'll get him next week.
Thank God that's...
As you can see on Wednesday night in the open, Ford did fairly well. He did very well, actually. He come around and finished with a P5. Not bad at all. Let's hop right on in and see what happened to him in the fixed race on Thursday.
Alcohol is clear. Door clear. Inside, inside. Inside. Inside clear. Start the top from the bottom. Go high.
Ah, shit. Ah,
Wrecking.
that's the first 2X I got.
How are you doing there, bud?
Alright, here we go, guys. And drum roll. I told you I hit it on the dot. 20 cautions. 96 caution laps.
Another solid result for Ford. Another top 10. He got P7 on what was Thursday night's Wreck Fest, which featured 20 cautions for 96 caution laps. Yeah, it was a nightmare. I think he only ended up with a 2 or 4X, so he did very well there. But other than that, he's done very well. A tale of two different accounts. If you go back to Martinsville, he had best place finish of 30th, and his worst place finish so far this week has been 7th. So it is now time for my favorite part of the report. Sorry, head's still kind of blah, but my prediction. How is Ford gonna do on Saturday? I know we wasn't looking forward to it because all the caution laps and all that, but I think you'll get another solid top 10 out of Ford. I think personally, I think he will get a notch up on James Wilms. I think he will get a point back and make it 5-4 going into the all important Talladega. As we all know, that is a coin flip basically. But yeah, I think Ford will get a solid top 10. There is no bet pot anymore because it is currently under sanction, I guess. Yeah. All right. Real quick, I will let you guys know what happened yesterday, and I won't get into too much detail, or I'll get into a little detail, but not too much. Yesterday I made a mistake. I was turning from a yield to green on my side of the highway. It's a divided highway with median in the middle, and I was turning to get on the interstate. Well, I thought this semi box truck was going to get on the interstate, because that turn right there, that yield to get on the interstate on that side of the road is notorious for people not using a blinker. Well, a car that was just before him, that had just passed me, kind of threw off my vision, and I couldn't quite see what lane he was in, but the way he looked from me, he was in that far turn lane. So I was like, well, I'll go. And by the time I realized he wasn't in that lane, I was like, holy crap. And I gunned it. But that 4-cylinder Toyota ain't got much giddy up and go. And boom, nailed the side of it. Put up the picture on the screen here in a second while I talk, and needless to say, it scared the crap out of me. As far as injuries and stuff like that go, I'm fine. I'm just sore, which you're gonna be sore after something like that. That car was great. I'll let me fix it here. It is. That car was a 2003 Toyota RAV4. It was my grandmother's car. It was a very good car, reliable. Needed a new paint job, but it got me where I needed to go, and it only had 75,000 miles on it for a 2003, almost 20-year-old car. That's pretty darn good. They hit me in the back right, and like I said, when they hit me, it slung my glasses and stuff off. Couldn't see. I was okay. The adrenaline was pumping, man. When they hit me, I kind of, I knew it was coming, so I kind of braced myself. My part of my right side middle back kind of dug into the seat, and I got real bad carpet burn and some I guess you could call it like a blood bruise, deep bruise. And then the seatbelt got me on my arm a little bit. But it's not bad. Right here, little ditch up at the top top of the left there. It come close to, if I probably would have hit that or got near that, I probably would have flipped. I have no idea how many times I spun. I think I spun twice. I don't really know. I was just sitting there praying to God that I was gonna be all right. Um, this was my grandmother's car, and before she passed away, when she was having health issues, she signed it over to me, and that woman was watching over me today. Um, I was in such shock because of what happened. I took full responsibility. It was my fault. I told the officer, told the 911 operator. They were like, "Man, it's okay." Like I said, the guys in the truck were upset at me at first. Um, they were fine as well. They didn't, have much damage to the front of that truck, but I didn't really look. But they were able, after, police got the report and everything, and they were able to leave. They drove away. I don't think they had any issues. But the car, needless to say, is totaled. Rear axle's broken. Two of the tires flat. Obviously you can see the rear back window is broken. The rear back right window is broken. Car's totaled. Went to the tow yard they took it to, dealt with them. Basically scrapped it out. And that's what they're gonna do with it and everything. You see the little piece of metal right there at the bottom. That's a tag, like below the other tag in this rear spare wheel. That piece of metal on the ground in the grass. That's actually the old tag for that car, and it was sitting in the back seat of the car, where the back rear seats. So that'll just kind of tell you how hard of an impact that was for that to go flying. But like I said, I'm okay. I'm just upset with myself because I made a stupid decision. I'm ultimately glad, one, that I'm not hurt, and that those two guys weren't hurt, and that nobody else was hurt. I'm blessed to be here. If you would have told me I'd have been involved in that wreck and only had a bruise on my back and bruise on my bicep on my arm from a seatbelt, I just said there's no way. It just took me for a loop and took me for a shock. I'll definitely drive more careful. I already drove pretty careful as it is, but I misjudged this morning and it caught me. But I'm good. And yeah. But next week I'll have your skits and all that. We'll be back to normal. Next week is Talladega, so it'll be pretty fun. Yeah. But just want y'all to know, I'm fine. My grandma was watching over me today, so I knew, and like I said, I was able to brace myself, and I knew it was coming. But I'm okay. And yeah, I think that'll do it. So I'll see y'all next week for Day Good. Y'all have a wonderful NIS. Be safe out there on the roads, because I know I will from now on. All right, love you guys.